Hey, and welcome back to Drew's Collector's Edge. I got a pretty cool knife that a friend loaned me for about a week, and he wanted me to do a review on it. So this is a Chaves Redemption 229. Let's get into it. Take the knife out here. The first thing we'll get into is the pocket clip. So they have the skull face pocket clip, but they also offer a plain pocket clip for those who don't like the skull. So that's pretty cool. Put that back in the box. Now let's take a look at the knife. So what we have here is black micarta inlays on a full titanium frame. We'll open it up, and you've got a nice hollow grind on an M390 steel. Really nice jimping. It's aggressive but not sharp. Really works well. Knife is really nice in the hand. You get a nice liner lock, which I really like on this knife because it's such a big knife that I think it's, for me, it's that safety feeling that you have having the liner lock. It's about a 25% lockup. They give you a removable steel lock on here, so you can replace it if there's ever some wear. I also like that they beveled the angle upward to the left. So really, this doesn't take any effort at all to get this blade closed. Perfect centering. Now the shape of this blade is interesting. It's a tanto, got a nice wedge, and it's almost like you have two blades here. And I'll show you. The first one you can get up on the knife, and you can do some cutting this way, right? But then you almost have a secondary edge, which is this edge here. But with the hollow grind, you're not just limited to that, because whatever you're cutting will follow this blade all the way up because it's such a thin grind. For a heavy blade and a thick spine, they really got it down to a slicer, which is really nice. The tip on this is going to be strong from the design. And let's just take a look over here. So you have the Lee Williams kickstop. Now this is interesting. So the kickstop, we have this flipper, okay? And this flipper runs on ball bearings. And there's a channel on each side. So as you flip this open, it sits inside the frame, where normally it would be out here on the tang, and it would create a choil. Now, as interesting as it is, and I think it's a really cool design, it kind of keeps it sleek, you miss kind of that choil area, which really doesn't matter too much to me. But I think because of the design, it might create a spot where a malfunction could happen. And I'll explain why. As you close the knife, the tang is going to push up on the flipper. And as it pushes up on the flipper, like I said, on each side of it, there's ball bearings riding in channels. And when it gets to the top, it locks in beautifully. But because it's its own separate entity, and it has its own bearings and own channels, it could be a spot of malfunction. Now, even if it did malfunction, that malfunction is not going to take away from the knife locking, because it is a frame lock, and it's not going to take away from the knife opening because you're going to be able to open it from here. But just something to think about, but a really cool design. Effortlessly opens this big blade. and that's pretty cool. Uh, so what do we have? We have really good build quality. We have a knife that's great in the hand if you like big knives. You have great jimping, the blade steel, the sharpness, and the shape. It's all good. It's pretty cool. The frame lock for a strong lockup, and the kickstop folder. This is a big knife. And how big is it? Let's take a look. So we've got 8 inches altogether. Okay, so then you got the blade starts, you got a 4.5 inch, or 4.25 inch frame, and the rest is blade. So it's a big knife. And I think it comes in at around 6.5 ounces. So it's a heavy knife. Something I wouldn't normally carry because I just don't like to have that much weight in the front pockets. The other thing I'm not keen on, and maybe you guys could help me that are Chaves, people. This is a PVD coated blade, and most of the PVD coating that I've seen, tends to kind of look pretty ratty after a while. But if you can put a comment in the sections, below, and let me know what you think of the PVD coating that Chaves puts out. Because since I have no experience with their actual coatings, I don't want to really give an opinion on it. Edges are kind of sharp over here, but all in all, it's if you like big knives and you carry big knives, this is going to be a workhorse. Pretty cool. Well, everybody, I want to thank you for stopping by. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.